Hi, and welcome to episode 8 of the G&G debate. I'm Gary.
Hey everyone, Galina here as always on Sundays.
Awesome. So, how are you today, Galina?
Yeah, I'm good. Spent some time in the nature today. Got some energy, some sunshine. Yeah, amazing. How are you?
Yeah, I did something kind of similar yesterday. I went to the beach, and it was the first time this year, and I think actually in quite a long time, I was swam in the sea. It was lovely. It was like such a such a. I mean, I should do that more often. I could do that on a daily basis, but it's just something you don't push yourself to do. But yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed doing that.
Me?
And yeah, are you ready for today's debate?
Yeah, ready as always. Let's go.
Awesome. But yeah, guys, I just want to just mention thank you very much for tuning in live. For those who are tuning in live, also if you are tuning in, please comment in the comment section below, give your opinions, discuss with us as we go along. And also, if you can, do a great favor, just rate the video and subscribe and share it with your friends and family or anyone you think who would enjoy it. Okay. Anyway, let's get going with this episode 8. And today's topic we have, Gleena, is what you feed yourself will lead your life. So what you feed yourself will lead your life. What do you think so far?
Yeah, exactly. Because the quality of our life, I think, depends first of all on our thoughts and our mindset. And our mindset depends of what we feed ourselves with every day. The information we absorb, the environment we choose, people we choose to speak with every day, and so on. What do you think, Gary?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, in this context of people we hang out with, people we talk with, and so forth, definitely. I mean, that's definitely going to affect your life greatly. I think in my case, it's a continuous learning experience for me. I'm still not quite there, you know? I
Hmm.
still put myself in, for example, in the case of um, being around people that can either help you in your life and you can help them, right? Move forward, and ones that really don't serve you anymore. And it's quite difficult sometimes to analyze your environment and analyze who you are talking to, who you're listening to, and decide and make those adjustments in your life. I'm still continuously making those changes and learning about myself at the same time, right?
Exactly. Did you ever feel like with years or with the time once? Because yeah, sometimes you think like you change, right?
Hmm.
Um, have you ever felt that once you changed or your mindset changed that you don't fit anymore in some kind of environments and like you don't go one with some people as you were getting on before?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I say, it's a continuous journey. I mean, you can, I've known all of this stuff we're talking about for years, but even up to yesterday, I'm still learning about myself of how I am in certain social situations, and how that not only can those social situations influence how I am and how I think, but also I'm learning about me and the not really having full confidence in the control I have over those situations. I'm almost letting life happen to me,
Hmm.
which I've done, would do a lot of the time in the past. But with better mindset, you start adjusting your life for the better. But there's
Hmm.
still certain small situations like I had yesterday where I'm letting it happen to me. And sometimes I'm consciously aware, but I can't stop myself. And then I learn from my mistakes again. And if I'm putting in those situations again, I need to really take control of those situations more for myself, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, from my experience also, yeah, sometimes I started feeling that I can't take anymore like so many negative conversations or just like people, gathering together, judging each other or like
Hmm.
having that negative talk and stuff. And just because you just feed yourself with this this energy, and yeah, you are what you feed yourself with, right?
And how do you, I mean, social media is a huge influence, obviously. I mean, obviously, we can talk about actual, the physical people in our lives, but social media also, of course, makes a huge influence in this. How has that, how have you changed and adapted your social media, and how does it affect you on a day-to-day basis?
Well, especially now with this I'm not just watching every day the news. Honestly, of course, you are interested to know what's happening in the world, but kind of you don't want just to get trapped in all this and keep
Hmm.
watching all this negative news every single day, especially, well, in general, like who died, what happened, accidents,
Hmm.
that, because especially on the news, you want to hear something positive most of the times. You just hear what horrible happened in the world again, and if you just keep just continuously every day just watching this news, like taking all this negative energy, and yeah, what kind of mindset you build. And
Hmm. Yeah, I
I
mean,
personally, I just stopped it. Yeah, I
mhm.
can watch like once in a week and like general stuff, but yeah, I try to stop myself from all this negativity. Honestly, what about you, Gary?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, at the end of the day, I remember I've always listened to alternative media in a sense. I've always, I mean, I'm it's no secret on my channel here that I've expressed in the Mindful Manners experience of my love for radio. So I listened to radio from a very early age, right? And and yeah, it was just like um as I grew up and listened to those really good DJs that were on broadcasters, they influenced me so much in the way I thought as well, and especially when it's pertaining to media, to the main news that we most people watch. When I lived in Spain for many years, and people there say, if you don't watch the news, how can you be informed? And it's so important. At least watch it once a day so you know what's going on. But one of the best advice I've had from a broadcaster from years ago was it is good to be informed. Of
Hmm.
course, of course, it's necessary. Let's say there's a tsunami somewhere or major catastrophe somewhere. I need to know about that really, um, but at the same time, I don't need to know that every day on a day-to-day basis. It's unless I can actually do something. So, to give you an example, if I'm watching uh, starving African children on the television every day, watching them and that influencing me, my emotions, okay, as I'm watching them, that's going to influence my mindset. And at the same time, it's also going to make me feel like I cannot do anything about it because unless donate, let's say I donate some money, I can do that. That's
Hmm.
the minimum I can do, right? But really, the information itself is not good for me. I need to, unless I could actually go there and help the people, then it is used as information, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, of course, we need to know the news, but in the same time, we don't just look news. We don't just. I mean, we have so many sources to be informed from, or something to read, or something to learn, or having other sources with some positive like information which you can get, right? Like even different shows, masterminds, stuff,
Hmm. Hmm.
which you can also get a lot of value from there, and yeah, on a daily basis sometimes.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's so we discussed in this case, you've got social media, then you've got people, of course, that we hang out with. But what about what we read? I mean, what we feed ourselves in this way, what we read, that has huge impact as well, right? What
Yeah,
books
for
have
me
really
especially,
influenced you? What books have influenced you in your
I
mindset?
always choose what to read. And before I read the book, I'm asking myself, does this book learn me something? Will this help somehow? Will it help my mindset or my life
Mhm.
in general? Not just reading some, I don't know, thrillers and like um, these genders. Actually, I'm not a fan of these genders anyway. Well, I can watch a movie of that once in a while, but not like, some people, they are just using to just read these kind of books, and you really think, well, what do you learn from them? Okay, you read that kind of book in, I don't know, 6 months, but if you read on regular basis such kind of books, and what you feed yourself with and how this help you actually, you know.
Yeah. And I'm often as well, apart from what we read, who we talk to, all of these things, what we listen to, how it affects us, of course, but also we need to keep an open mind. I mean, even reading books, we need to keep an open mind too, and not consume it for fact, because the reality is books are written by people, right?
Yeah,
So at the end of the day, these are opinionated. So you just gotta like. I always think the more you read of different opinions, so the more books you read, you can't like read one book about
no,
a particular topic and say that's all I need. It's good to read multiple books about the same topic, but from so many different authors, and
yeah,
get those different opinions, and then formulate your own opinion
yeah,
from the information
exactly.
you've read, right?
Like be more open-minded, and yeah, like with different sources of information regarding different topics. I mean, you don't just you need to be open-minded to different sources and to compare the sources, and yeah, make your opinion about all the sources. Not don't just go for one source and whatever is there, and you just blindly believe it. Yeah, it's normal.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's really important to me. Whenever I'm reading, yes, I can say, "Hey, I love this book," and I can recommend it to someone. But there's an aspect of me that says, "Okay, but keep an open mind that you can learn other things. It might resonate with you, or some parts of it resonate with you. I can tell you that the majority of it resonate with me, but it might not with you. So that's why it's so valuable to read so many different books on the same topic. Really, it's hugely valuable.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, people, they don't realize how all the information or what they read and what they listen to, and the environment people they are hanging out with, they don't understand that this really affects their mindset and the quality of their thinking and their thoughts. And yeah, sometimes they ask themselves um, why I'm so pessimistic, for example, or why I'm not happy, what's going on. But they don't realize like what they feed themselves with, and this can be the
Yeah,
reason actually. Yeah.
essentially, yeah, absolutely. So, so we've looked at like metaphorically what we feed ourselves, can affect our life. What about in a literal sense? What about actually what we put into our bodies in a literal sense? What ways do you think in that aspect influences us?
Yeah, of course, what we eat as well gives a very big influence of how we feel. Yeah, on our body. Like if you eat just unhealthy food, fast food, and you're just getting fat, and of course cholesterol affects your body, and other like fuzzy drinks and all this. Of course, it will in one way or another. It will make you feel um, bad one day. You will be affected of all this junk food.
Mhm.
There's no other way. And yeah, of course, you need to control what you put in your body as well, not just in your mind.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean myself, it's almost listening to your body as well, because there's certain aspects of food. If you look at the metaphysical side of things, there's certain things we put in our body that your body also responds to that food you've put in.
Yeah,
Just to give you an example, when I eat chocolate, I know that there's a reaction somewhere
yeah,
of cocoa, could be the whatever the ingredient is, but I get a spot and it'll come up somewhere. Okay. And I'll say, oh, it's because I ate chocolate 2 days ago. That's why. So it's having it has an effect internally, and it's drawing out something of a negative energy out, which spots are good. They're really good for us. So some foods, some of our consumption, right, helps us to know and learn about ourselves much more. I mean, you and I, of course, we also drink healthily because we've put Kangen water into our diet, right? And what effects has that had on you? What positives has that had on you?
Yeah, of course. It's very important to drink quality water as well. Not just if you eat healthy food, but you just drink a bad quality water. I mean, of course, it's not help you anyway, right? So yeah, of course, you need to think about what to drink as well.
Yeah, because everyone knows if you drink large consumption of alcohol, what's that going to do to your organs, right? With time, of course. So it's the same with our water, of course, that it's going to be. And I mean, the effects for me, I've got better skin. I've got, so I've made huge improvements in that area. Also, with other foods, whether you makes you feel good or not, I notice as well. I mean, for years I've been trying to become off meat. I was trying to stop meat. At least for the last 9 years, it was on my mind to stop meat. But for one thing or another, I was on meat and off meat again, and I couldn't quite make that final break from meat. But I believe I've done it now. So I've really got this. I stopped eating meat 2 months ago, and it's changed everything. And I know it's for sure this is forever now. So it's kind of like, but I just know how I feel or how I felt from eating meat to how I feel now, and it's made a huge impact in my overall health. The functionality of my body is functioning differently, just thanks to doing little things like this, right? Because who wants to eat? I don't want to get in a debate on diet here, particularly, but again, if what we literally is affects us in our mindset also. Who wants to eat an animal that's suffered and screamed, and then that I put into my body, right? So it's going to affect me too. If I'm going to talk about water, how it affects me, or why not meat? So it's the same concept for me, and the same concept is what you read. If I'm reading the Sun newspaper every day, or I'm reading, some sort of like the Daily Telegraph, they're completely different, right? How you're going to think and feel. It's not only think; it's also how you feel, right? It affects
if it does make you feel better and you really feel the change, it's your choice, and you can improve your life in that way. Great.
Absolutely. Do you have anything else to mention towards this debate?
Just take care of what you feed yourself with, food as well, water, and your thoughts as well. And just realize what impact it has on the quality of your life.
Yeah. Jacobo just mentioned here in the comment section here, Jacobo says, positive gets positiveness. And he's like, read. And yeah, absolutely, Jacobo. Totally agree with you. You put positive environment around in your life, the more you can do that, the better your life will be, for sure. I totally agree with you.
Surround yourself with positive people, great people, and
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much for tuning into another episode of the G&G debate. I will leave you, of course. Just keep feeding yourself with lots of love. Be kind to yourself. The way you also think about yourself, feed it. Keep feeding it good things. Just like Jacobo said, keep it positive. And really, with step by step, it will change. It will change. And we're all on this journey together. We're all going to have highs and lows, but the main objective is we have a constant high. Keep going, but there's going to be blips in the road where you're going to have days where maybe it's not going as right as it should do, and that's okay. That's normal. That's fine. So, would you like to add anything, Galina, or should we?
No, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I hope you really get some value. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And like I say, if you can, just rate this video if you've liked it, And please remember, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you so much, guys, and see you next week. Bye for now.
Bye.